All right, today we're going to be ranking DonutSMP scams from most to least effective. And first up, we've got spawner exit scamming. If you've ever bought or sold spawners on the server, you may have fallen victim to this scam. Now, fortunately, if you do it right, you don't lose that many, but some people, if you buy and sell spawners on Discord, have lost stacks of spawners. So this one, you can get really rich quick. Or you can lose all your reputation forever. For that reason, it's going to get a B tier. Straight mid. Let's see. Next up, we've got the mystery box scam. I don't like this one. I'm not really a fan of mystery boxes, but, most people charge like 1 to 5 mil for their mystery box. They don't make that much money. Anything more expensive and nobody's really gonna buy it, and if you do, then you're kind of just the sucker. For that reason, probably it's definitely worse than spawner scamming. I would just have to go C tier for the mystery box. Next up, we've got the let's film a YouTube intro scam. Oh god, I hate this one. You will never catch me in a YouTube intro, let me just tell you that right now. But if someone, believes somebody who has media, they could lose a lot of stuff. Dragon heads, elytras, full nev. This one, unfortunately, gets an A tier. All right, next up, we've got the bundle scam. If you remember /spawn, then you probably have seen people running the bundle scam. It's a good way to get a few gilded for cheap, but it's also a good way to lose 3 bill. So for that reason, it's also going to get A tier. It's not going to get S tier purely because nobody who has a brain is going to fall for this one. Only people looking to make a little bit of money. All right, next. We've got doubling money. Another one that was really popular back when /spawn was a thing. Now that /spawn is removed, I think this one's got to go. Everybody knows the gig's up. You can't get a crowd like you used to. For that reason, straight to D tier. That's embarrassing. All right, next we've got the texture pack scam, the loot drop. If you ever watching a streamer doing a massive loot drop with only like 5 viewers, there's a good possibility they could be using the texture pack method. And basically what that does is it makes all the cheap blocks that they're putting down look like emeralds, diamonds, netherite, gold, anything like that. This one's pretty good in terms of, tricking people, making people's eyes deceive them. It's not going to get an S tier because it doesn't really make that much money. Like maybe you can get media, but it feels kind of just like a waste of time and trust to me. For that reason, honestly, it's going down. It's going to go to the top of B tier. Not a great scam, but definitely an interesting one. All right, next, we've got the join my Discord scam. Oh my God. If anybody ever asks you to join their Discord, just be careful. That's all I can say. About half, maybe a little less than half, are scams designed to steal your Minecraft account. Don't do any verification, anything like that. This goes straight to the prison tier. Stealing accounts is not okay, and it is not in the nature of fun on the DonutSMP. Let's see, TPA for loot. Oh, yeah. If you've ever seen chat on DonutSMP, you know what this is. It's basically just a trap. Not even really a scam, but they're lying, so straight to D tier. This one sucks. The item race scam. Now, if you don't know this one's tricky, and you could get got by this one if you're not careful. What they will have you do is whoever can buy these items fast enough wins X amount of money. But those items are all ridiculously priced on the auction house, some of the only ones listed. And if you buy it, then you give the host of the game, $500 million or whatever. This one is slick. I'm not going to lie. If you run this one right, you can make a good amount of money. So be careful out there. Straight to A tier. Let's see. Are there going to be any S tiers? I don't know. All right. Next, we've got base getting raided. So if you're an RTPQ and somebody's like, my base is getting raided, I need you to help me. Nah, Nah, bro. Straight to D tier, bro. You're not trapping me. You're not getting my netherite. Let me tell you straight up. So, yeah. Straight to D tier. Never falling for that one. All right. Invis selling spawners. So this is basically when you're selling spawners, they ask you to show it, and they have an invis player waiting, ready to blow you up. This one is so slimy, but it works. People have gotten a lot of loot from this. Stacks of spawners, heads, anything, elytras. If you run this one right, I think you can make a lot of money. B tier. It doesn't get A tier because it doesn't have quite the same ceiling as the rest of these, but it definitely can work. Rigged gambling. Gambling's already kind of rigged, so there's not really much to say about this one other than don't gamble, kids. But if you're already, gambling and you have odds in your favor and you decide to rig your gambling machine, straight to prison, bro. I'm not gonna lie. All right, almost done here. Let's see. E-chest delete. This is another one of those buying and selling skeleton spawners, or you take out an expensive item to show somebody and they break the e-chest or place obsidian on top of it so you can't put it back. I don't like this one. I think it's not that effective. I think it's stupid, but it can work. Definitely can work. It's going to go to C tier. I've had people try this one on me. It didn't work. You just have to have an e-chest in your inventory or another one nearby. Next, we got the trade up scam, or I'm doing a dirt block to elytra challenge. Bro, I don't want to give you shit. I'm not helping your challenge, buddy. Straight to D tier. All right, farmland combat log. This is an interesting one. I think this one is a bug. I don't think it's a feature on the DonutSMP. You can put somebody in combat, and then if they fall onto farmland, they get kicked from the game. So if they're in combat, they die and all their loot drops. It can be a good way to kill streamers, get people with expensive loot, so on and so forth. I don't think it deserves B tier. I think it deserves the bottom of A tier. All right, next up, we've got setting a pearl. Yeah, you just got to be careful. You can make a lot of money if you have somebody's pearl who's rich, but at the same time, it's really easy to mess up. You can get your base blown up easily. I would say stealing someone's pearl is probably better than just having it get set, because they might not know that it's there, but this one definitely works sometimes. I think this is a solid C tier, or maybe bottom of B tier. Finally, we've got the teammate scam. This one's depressing, man. I see so many kids playing the game and getting betrayed by their teammates. You're a grimy dude if you betray your teammates, I'm not gonna lie. But hey, it happens, but you're going straight to prison. Anyways, no S tiers. That's right. There is no such thing as an S tier scam.